Mothers teaching the Dharma is something that Buddha Shakyamuni cannot refuse. Why? Because all blessings in teaching sentient beings ultimately come from repaying the mother's kindness. In the first chapter of the Sutra of the original vows, it seems like this is a rule. The Buddha manifests as Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva to teach the Dharma. Lady Maya is a manifestation of a Buddha or Bodhisattva. Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva, the king of hell, is a great saint. Lady Maya ascends to his realm, remembering her hometown. How does that work? Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva is a revered saint. Lady Maya, from our world, ascends to his realm, mindful of her origins. Her feelings are intense about karma and retributions. How does this work? Ksitigarbha's significance spans countless worlds, regardless of hells, women, or Buddha Dharma. Even the lowest Buddha is still a Buddha, despite hell's violence. On that memorable day, he never forgot his beloved hometown, a place filled with cherished memories and deep emotional ties. This profound feeling of connection was very deep, and he was particularly concerned about the well-being and future of his hometown, constantly thinking about it. How about the different karmas and retributions for the various karmas he created throughout his life? Starting from Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva, the essence of Ksitigarbha spans countless worlds. Hells are violent, but receive Bodhisattva's blessings. Lady Maya's focus is narrow, only on the king of hell's realm, ignoring countless beings in a boundless world. Our mindset should be broad. A narrow mindset creates barriers. In this world, people commit countless sins for personal gain. Expanding our mindset to consider the whole world could resolve conflicts. Thinking about our planet's future and potential interstellar wars is where real trouble lies. Our mindset must be broad. People sin for personal gain. Expanding our mindset to consider the world could resolve conflicts. If we broaden our mindset to include other star systems, we could eliminate interstellar threats. Look at this world. People create countless and boundless sins. If you think about it carefully, the reasons are always for oneself, for personal gain, for family, or for our small groups. When countries clash, they go to war. If we could just expand our mindset a little, thinking about the whole world, then the conflicts between nations could be resolved. But if we think about our planet's future and the potential for interstellar wars with other planets, that's where the real trouble lies. We still wouldn't achieve safety. If we broaden our mindset even further to include other star systems, then we could eliminate the threat of interstellar wars. The scripture suggests that if we had a heart like the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, misunderstandings would resolve and all beings could enjoy peace. If beings helped each other and lived in harmony, it would solve problems. A narrow mindset causes disasters. We must expand our mindset. This vastness is natural, but confusion causes it to shrink. All sentient beings across the 10 realms can help each other, work together, and live in harmony. This is the fundamental way to solve problems. A narrow mindset causes disasters. We must expand our mindset. Ignorance leads to confusion. Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva hints to Lady Maya to expand her mindset. She should care for the vast emptiness and the suffering of all beings in the Dharma realm. Ignorance, not understanding the truth of the matter, so the small nature originally does not exist, the big nature originally exists. This is the truth here. So this question and answer is what the ancients meant. Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva hinted to Lady Maya that she should indeed be more open-minded and not only concern herself with the adulterous body, but should care about all the suffering beings in the Pure Land and the Dharma realm. How could Lady Maya not know this? She could not pretend, indeed. People in this world have very intensely strong and profoundly deep emotions, indeed really and truly making it hard to let go. Even when Lady Maya truly and genuinely worships the Bodhisattvas, she still feels the need to ask about her hometown. What's the point of that? It's just trivial matters. She has a truly profound and deep emotional attachment to the area where she lives, showing great and genuine compassion. Just look at how beautifully and indeed Lady Maya interacts with Ksitigarbha. Each moment is so absolutely wonderful and captivating. Especially compassionate towards sinners in the past. Ksitigarbha, the great master, may the sacred teachings be heard and received. There's nowhere to speak of it. That's right. Lady Maya repeatedly reminds Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva to focus on the big picture and not get caught up in the small stuff. Hey, we keep reiterating this. Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva certainly aims to fulfill Lady Maya's wishes, which truly means addressing the needs of all beings present before us. Lady Noah has requested the teachings on our behalf. I first spoke of this when Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva was here. This is to say that the words spoken are not pleasant to the ear. Pleasant words, spoken softly, are like gentle rain. Rough language sounds unpleasant. Why? We discuss karmic retribution, not sins. These are coarse words, unpleasant to hear. Their meaning is clear. These words are rough talk. The meaning of this presence is right here. Parents don't speak, but want this book to be born. So this is the official machine. What I want to hear is what you call this rough talk. What we want to hear is this. Secondly, it's Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva. It is also the Holy Mother. It's hard to speak of the sins and the karmic retribution that come with them. From these titles, we need to understand their meanings. If there are beings who are unfilial to their parents, or commit murder, to be in the hell of incessant suffering for countless eons, seeking release without end. Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva, the first one. This serious crime, you know, is being unfilial to one's parents. Ksitigarbha Vows. It's the filial piety that writes poetry for us. Kitagaba, lifetimes upon lives. It's a manifestation. The law, a profound vow. It's all to repay the name of our parents. It's our duty. The red leaves of the second shoot. So, being unfilial is the worst sin of all. The meaning of filial piety. It's incredibly profound. Young Master. This is the work of the person who wrote the commentary on the Kitagaba Sutra. He is Qin Qing, a person from the Kangxi era. He made this commentary. There are a great many references in the scriptures. It's the best commentary in the Kitagaba Sutra annotations. If we want to repay kindness, we should circulate this commentary. This commentary really needs a fresh edition. Using this old edition, I've translated it so many times that it's become quite blurry for me. So, I'm going to talk about the Kitagaba Bodhisattva's fundamental vows. Even though I didn't completely follow his commentary, I read it very thoroughly. I read it carefully. He wants to give us an example here. In the Sutra of Right Dharma, the Buddha talks about 4 types of teachings. 4 types of teachings are hard to repay. The first type is the kindness of a mother. The second is parents. The third is the kindness of the Tathagata. The fourth is, speaking of the teachings of giving sermons. These 4 types of kindness are tough. These 4 types of roots are quite significant. San Wukong. A physical existence comes from our parents. Our existence, a wisdom and life. We receive it from the Tathagata. The Tathagata is not in the world. How do we receive it? We receive it from Master Shifa. Thankful for the life and wisdom we receive. So the Buddha speaks in the sutras, offering to these 4 types of people of immeasurable blessings. The trial period must be amazing. In the future, one can attain supreme enlightenment. How can one be ungrateful, forget their blessings? So where do we start learning Buddhism? Start by learning to respect your parents and honor your teachers. On the foundation of respecting your parents and honoring your teachers, promote and carry forward. Then you can be filial. All sentient beings. Respect to the general public are. If you can love your parents, you can love the Maya. Naturally, you can love your country and all sentient beings. This is a fundamental truth. So, being unfilial to your parents is the worst sin. It's the first and heaviest crime in the realm of karma. Of course, we need more. No spies. What's behind this unending agreement? I'll also introduce So what's the second major sin? This is showing disrespect to the three treasures. So previous point about filial piety. The second point is about personal conduct. If there are beings in the realm of Buddhist theology slandering the three jewels, disrespect, respect, one moment can be worth more than countless eons in the hell of unceasing suffering, seeking to escape without end. Everyone needs to remember that time is really long. Countless opinions. Committing sinful acts is actually very, very easy. In just a very short time, one can commit sinful acts, but the suffering that comes later is something else entirely. So like this, Kitigaba Bodhisattva earnestly shares this truth with us. But who actually believes it? When the average person reads this sutra, what's their thought? They reckon it's Buddhism encouraging people to be good. They say these things scare people, advising them not to do bad things. They don't take it seriously. They don't believe it's true. This is what the sutra refers to as beings who are stubborn and hard to transform, self-righteous. How would one know that this is the true reality? Touching the Buddha's body gently. This koan, it comes from the teachings of Devadatta. When Buddha was in world. So, the Buddha has set a great example for us future generations. They've done a lot of good work in their studies and practice. We need to remember, to learn. Devadatta was mostly a student of the Buddha, reciting poetry and betraying the path. In the future, when you all become masters yourselves and have your own students, what if your students betray you? What's so special about that? Didn't even the students of Shakyamuni Buddha betray him? This vision is what we're being shown. Are there any good students among them who listen well? Are there any students who betray their teachers? The Buddha has set an example for us to see. We need to be clear, understand. For the good students, we must take care of those who betray us and never blame them. There mustn't be even a hint of goodness, a heart full of resentment. He betrayed me, he repaid me. Are going far as to frame me. Don't take it to heart, as if nothing happened. That's why there are causes and conditions. Always maintain a pure and equal heart deep down, that sort of thing. Normally follows Buddhism. What view on promoting generosity? We should learn. You can't keep resentment. That would be a mistake. If you do, then you're just an ordinary person, not a Buddha or Bodhisattva. The Buddhas and Bodhisattvas treat all beings with equal compassion. So if you're not equal, what does that make you? The old lady with the cloves. To harm the Buddha. Using these methods, we knew that Shakyamuni Buddha would go to the social leaders every day to break through. On the road, we passed by a place where they patrol at night. He also passed underneath there. The old lady had prepared a big stone right above the patrol area. Sakyamuni Buddha pushed the stone down from below. They blew Buddha bit. It's disgusting to do this. The Buddha's blessings are immense. No one can harm him. The Buddha has the Vajra protectors and divine guardians. The stone rolled back and the Vajra deity took up the demon subduing pestle. When that stone was smashed, after it was smashed, the fragments hit the Buddha's corner and made him bleed. The actions of the Buddha. Even water can harm the Buddha. His inciting these 20 words to persuade this prince to stage a coup d'etat. He harmed his father and became a king himself. Devadatta plotted to kill Shakyamuni, one king, one Buddha, guiding people. As a new king, I'll be the heart of the Buddha and will teach and guide all beings, gathering the masses. Committing sin's karma. Devadatta has fallen, deeply trapped in hell. He ended up in hell. So, these 10 acts of disrespect towards the 3 treasures. Let me give you an example. This example has a deep meaning. We should treat everyone who harms us, whether intentionally or not, like the Buddha would, still with compassion and mercy. We should treat them like the Buddha would, still with compassion and mercy. There's not a hint of resentment at all. Only then do we truly benefit from the Buddha's teachings. Repay the 3 treasures. The 3 treasures are the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. Spreading rumors about life and death is slander. Not showing complete respect. This is what the scriptures specifically highlight about this treasure of the Dharma. Not showing respect or valuing the scriptures. Why do we need to print the scriptures so well these days? No matter printing paper decoration, everything is done with great care. Respect Dharma. When billions of sentient beings see this book, they will develop a love for it. It wouldn't lead to creating karma if it's done casually, printed in a shabby way, and everyone sees it without any respect. If we often carelessly toss around and mistreat the scriptures, aren't we just asking others to commit sins is giving them the opportunity, but it is a mistake to miss it. So, we really need to be careful with hard things. Yeah. Stop others creating negative karma. There's opportunity to create negative karma. This heart is heart of compassion. So this food, that doesn't end the 3 treasures, shows a lack of respect for teachers and the path. This is a lot of hell. Especially in this day and age. There are so few who understand how to repay kindness these days. We really need to promote it. We really need to set an example for everyone to see. Just talking isn't enough. The power of persuasion is too weak. I'm building a library on the main road at the teacher's place. Mr. Zhongdong Mai from Tongcheng in Anhui. I'm building a library in Tongcheng named after Mr. Dong Mai to commemorate. I've now established the Huazeng Library in my hometown. Rector Hakodada. Director Han, in the future, I hope to establish a Huazeng library in his hometown as well. I'm in Shandong. Jinan is now in contact. I'm also setting up a Siguang library It was organized by Teacher Lee. I've lived in the Time Library for 10 years. If you're gonna do it, you really have to do it. Can't just sit around. Oh, a student asked, what about Master Zhong? I said, when I think of Master Zhong, I remember. I was thinking about where to meet Master Janjia at the library. How about Inner Mongolia University? Let's set up a Janjia pavilion at Inner Mongolia University. A Master Janjia pavilion. I will make it happen. Concrete actions awaken gratitude. Gratitude leads to harmony, benefiting society. If everyone has a grateful heart, our society will be peaceful. It will be of great benefit to the country and society, a real public moral benefit. Can an ungrateful society survive? We must act seriously. This is really frightening, and we must take it seriously and start with ourselves. These are grand ideals. Now this is what I call true comfort. All right, we've reached the end of our time, so we'll stop here. Amitabha, 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 Amitabha. Amitabha. Amitabha.
Amitabha. Amitabha. Amitabha. Amitabha. Amitabha. Amitabha. Amitabha.